Laura. Ready? Hi, Laura.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. And we are recording this session just for your information.
Okay, I think we have everybody from our side. I don't know if anybody from the Velocio side is joining, but from our side, myself, I'm a senior accounting manager, and then I have my team, Tracy, Vicky, Heba, and then Laura is also okay. So Paul's here. But yeah, just wanted to bring our team to this. We have a couple others, but we can show them after we do this training. But just wanted to have some more eyes on the training as you go through it, Miguel.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. All right. So we are, for those who just joined, we are recording the session, and I'm going to proceed with the training of Titanium GP and TGP Plus. So I'm going to share my screen if you are okay with that.
Yep.
All right. So Titanium, it's a product that works with Dynamics GP on the side. It is an add-on. It allows you to copy paste transactions directly into the GP windows, which means that you have to have access to that window in order to paste. What I'm going to do is go one by one of those functionalities, so you're able to go and see it. So I'm going to launch Excel here, and I have one template that is called multiple docs. And I am going to paste directly from Excel into this window, and I have journal entries that are organized in first the header and then all the lines, and then in the same way. So when I select this range and I copy and I see that dotted line, and I go into the additional menu and I will see TGP paste. When I paste it, I will get a message that's saying that all these journal entries were pasted into the system. So I'm going to go in and verify 3527. And I will see that I have that second transaction, including the note that I put it in here. This \n in here means just a carriage return. In addition to that, to copy paste, we are able to paste to about 50 different windows, not just transactional data, but master data like vendors, items, vendor items, customers, accounts, etc. The other feature that we have here, and I'm going to go to a different card, or just here will be fine. I have the ability to have what we call elastic windows, and I'm able to add additional fields or add attachments. If I have files that I wanted to upload from Windows Explorer, I can just drag them and attach them here, so they will become as evidence. In Elastic Windows, there's something called TGP Sentry, which is an analysis of the transaction that I currently have, and it is reviewing how many lines do I have, is there any documentation missing. In this case, it is missing because I just uploaded it and there's nothing there, so it just gives me a score. If I go to vendors, for example, in this case, I configure it to have the sentry on the side, and I can go and keep going into my scrolling to my vendors, and I will be able to go and report you're missing the United information or has an overdue AP balance, etc. That's Elastic Windows. That's the ability to have additional fields and add them into your GP window. It's extremely easy. It's practically a drag and drop to create those new additional fields that you see there. One thing that I really like on titanium is the ability to find out who modified what and when. So before I do that, let's go to vendor cards, and I have this vendor that let me remove the hold. I think I put the wrong password. Okay, so if I go into that vendor, it's not on hold. But I want to make sure that if somebody changes the bank account on this particular vendor, I want to put it on hold, and it has to be someone, and Paul can help me in here. We can do field level security that only certain people can have access to this field. So if I go to address and I go to the EFT and I go here and I change this to a 4 and I save it or close it and I bring back that vendor, now that vendor is on hold. That is called TGP validate. It runs additional instructions that are very simple to create behind the scenes. It's a SQL statement, and I put that SQL statement on the save or the post button or the OK button, and we're able to go and put controls or guardrails into GP. TGP validate not just runs those scripts, and I'm going to do something really simple, and it will take a while, but I'm going to show you a previous example. I'm going to create a purchase order for this person, this vendor, and I'm going to put here contract, and I'm going to put 2 at $10,000 is going to be received in the warehouse, and I'm going to save it. When I save it, TGP validate, in this case, I didn't put too much of a message. I can configure the message that I want to show the user. And I'm just telling you, this is a purchase over $5,000. Normally, when we seen this with customers, they said, as soon as you put it in, somebody else is going to get notified. And I click yes, and it let it save. I'm not going to be able to show you real quick because it takes a few minutes to execute, but Power Automate will send to a channel or to a chat or to a person indicating that the purchase order was created and it was over $5,000. So Titanium with TGP Validate can communicate to MS Teams or email in order to pass information. So we're creating more guardrails. We're putting more control into the system. And now let me show you why I put this one to the end. I'm going to put this one on the side. I'm going to go back to our famous and smart list product that we all like. And I'm going to say, see if I can. So here is telling me that, well, I have a lot of changes on today, but this is the purchase order that I just created for 22. So TGP, remember, is an audit trail control on all the system, configuration, security, master, and even transactional data for your GP. In this case, we are able to know that for this particular vendor, and this, I'm going to make it a little bigger. I'm sorry. The SA using TGP Plus changed the description of this item, and it has the key value from PC Core 25Y to 25 gray. I have all the changes that it have done, security changes, who opened the fiscal periods, who closed them, when you journal entries that were entered during that period. TGP Remember will help me identify and verify that audit that happened on GP, and we'll go to that one in a second. All right, so we have discussed the elastic windows, the Sentry, and now let's go into just plain Excel. Sometimes we know GP is a little bit slow to launch, and I'm going to log in into GP, I'm going to use my same credentials, and I'm able to go and select the company, all the same credentials that I use with GP. That means that it's giving me the same security levels that GP will do. It's what I can see here. I'm going to go into Smarter. This is our smart list. I'm going to put to show me all records, and I am going to say, show me account transactions, for example. And it's giving me, hey, are you sure it's more than 22,000 records? I say yes, but as you can see, including the time it took me to press the button, it took 2 seconds. If I do refresh, it's just those 22,000 lines. It took just 45 seconds. So it's extremely fast, smart list. And then you don't need to export it to Excel. It's already there. Let's go here to items. I have here this particular list. Oh, actually, the one that I wanted to show you, the one that we did for the description. So not just I can go and see information, I also can create my SQL views. SQL views is how we consultants do reports for SSRS. I don't know if you have SSRS, and you can create your own SQL statements and then create a view, and from there a report. Those views can be added here, and then here you automatically have your in this case, I requested the trial balance. I have the trial balance for the whole year included in one single click. So that's the ability to do views. But I was here in what's
Miguel,
item?
Can I ask? Let's stick with the. Everybody's here for the GP. Using the from Excel to the to paste in GP, because I don't want to get people confused. We got a lot of things. You're showing a lot of things, and a lot of it's good, but I want people to have okay. They need to come out of this knowing how to go from Excel into pasting into that journal entry.
Okay, understood. No, that's perfect. Perfect. And I'm going to go back into GP in a second. I just wanted to mention that you can paste directly in here in GP in Excel or go directly into the system. So I'm going to do both real quick. I'm going to select item vendors just because I have it here. I'm going to turn on the TGP paste. I'm going to select the range of the ones that I pay. And here I'm going to put red. Here, I'm going to do master data, and then I'm going to do transactional data. So I say I want vendor items. This is what I'm going to do. We're going to process, click process, update it. So if I want to go into this particular item and go into cards, inventory, vendors, and I bring that item number for that particular vendor, each already should be red. So I just updated information from Excel. If I wanted to do it directly to the GP window, I'm going to go back here. Now I'm going to put this to be green. Once again, I select the range. It's very important that I include the header. The header, and I'll show you how to get the templates. If this is how Titanium understands what to do with that column. So I'm going to press Control C, so it's on the clipboard. And they're going to go in my window, and I'm just going to paste it right here. Once again, I got a window indicating that it was updated. So let's go and get that item, see if it was changed. I think it's the same one. And now I have it in green. Now let's go into only inventory, into transaction, pasting transactions. So I'm gonna go into my my regular multi-documents.
So hang on one second, Miguel. Paul, is this a file that we will get? We have to make. What's the process?
That's a good question.
Can I answer?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. This is a blank template. I want to know how to paste the purchase orders, so I need a template right here. I have two options. click, paste, and it says there's nothing on the clipboard. Do you want a template to be copied? So you click OK, you go here and paste, and now you have the template. Or I'm gonna delete it.
Can you do that for the we don't use POs in
Okay.
GP, but if you can do that for the transaction side, that would be great.
Okay.
Yeah, mostly, the thing they're going to do the most is GL transactions. Brendan may use it for uploading GL accounts, but really these guys are about GL transactions, journal entries.
GL transactions. Okay,
Yeah.
understood. Same method. If I can paste it, I'm gonna do it twice. One with common fields and one with all fields. And do a new worksheet. I'm gonna paste it, and now I'm gonna go back into this window. I'm gonna say paste, and I'm gonna say all fields. I'm gonna paste it right here. Now I have a little bit more fields. If I wanted to this is the format. This is just a different color, but your accounts and your debits, credits, and distribution, it allows you to enter transactions with 0 debit and credits if you configure it. Because sometimes you would like to enter that value later, and GP allows you to do that. So you can configure Titanium GP to allow you to paste that. What I'm going to do now, just as a quick test, I'm gonna see if I can paste this a couple times just to see how long does it take to paste. And here we have about 250 lines. So I'm gonna copy, Control A, selects the whole range, Control C, that's the copy. And then I'm going to the transaction enter window and I paste it. It's 241 lines. It's processing, and it created all these journal entries. Now, that was easy to see, but what happens if there's an error? So this is my spreadsheet, and I'm going to put this as an A. And I select the range. I'm gonna do less lines so it will be faster. Here I have my journal entries, and I'm gonna paste it. And I get an error message indicating that the following account could not be found, this one. And it is telling me that it is the row 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But the interesting thing is nothing got pasted because there was one error. Everything got stopped. So I need to go back and change the value to now that a value that I know, and then paste it. If I want to know which one is it, and I don't know exactly which one, I can select the range, including the header, and I could just click verify, and it will tell me the account that doesn't exist in GP. So that way I can go and fix it.
Okay, so Paul, he has something up there in his Excel that looks like it says TGP Plus. Is that something that we're going to have?
Yes, that would be an add-in to the GP. I'm sorry, to the Excel on those servers.
Okay, because I mean, if I log in, I don't see that. So I don't know if there's something that we need to do on our side to do that. But
Okay.
Sorry, Miguel. And then just to get into a little bit more of this, we have, within GP, we probably have 10 companies that we use. Are we able to utilize this tool if we have an intercompany entry? If everything is set up in GP with the relationships, is there a place where we need to add a company? Is that what that is right there?
Yes, company ID, correct.
Okay, all right.
And it will do, and like you indicated, if you do the actual setup, you will do the to froms. They will be created automatically at the time of pasting.
Okay, so GP will do the do from within the entry, or is that something that has to be added on the Excel file?
Not on the Excel file.
Okay. Got
not
it.
in the Excel file.
Vicky, Tracy, my side, does that make sense?
Yeah, I have a question on starting this whole process. So to get this template, I need to open an Excel file, a blank Excel file, and then go to GP and download the header.
Correct.
I think probably just the first time, Trace, like,
And
I
then we
don't-
can
I-
reuse that, right?
yeah, then I think we can reuse it. Yeah. So I think we just need to
Absolutely.
create it once and then we're fine.
Okay, that was my question.
Correct.
But on our integration files, we usually had a column that indicated whether it was intercompany or not. And you're saying on this one, we just need to put in the company code and don't have to indicate that it's intercompany, correct?
Correct. You do
It'll
not.
automatically know.
Right.
Okay.
If you put the header in the template, yes, that's correct. If you just want to paste the lines, and you let me see, let me show you this. I haven't done this in a long time. I don't think. No, unable to save is not assigned to a batch. I need to put a batch ID. Let me do this. And I paste just the lines. It's not signed, unable to sign. I need to do that now. But yes, you do not need to click the intercompany. It will automatically. This is the information I just got from here. It will automatically check it when you have a company ID.
Okay. So that makes sense, right, Trace?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just have to have the multiple companies within there. And then what we need to test, Trace, is that it does the due to, due from, transfer on the GP side, so that we don't have to do it in Excel.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I'm really interested in what you did, Miguel, with that account. So
Yeah. The validation.
yeah,
Oh.
the validation is very interesting. So how do we get it? And Paul or Ankur, what he did, where he just highlighted something and then it said the account wasn't in there. How do we do that?
I think he highlighted the account row, right, Miguel? And then on the top, you can see there's a verify checkbox. He just checked that box.
It's a button, right? So it looks like a checkbox, but it is a button.
Okay.
If you don't
that
have
back.
it, okay. If you don't have
we
it,
will utilize that a lot.
Yeah, we
Okay.
want that.
Okay. Good.
And that looks
It-
like it's in the TGP Plus add-on.
It's in
Brendan?
the TGP Plus, correct?
Yeah, and that's what I need to figure out, because I mean I just
The add-on is available, Brandon. It's available for you guys. You just have to add it manually when you open
Okay.
Excel. I can show you how to do that, and it would work for you guys.
Okay, that would be great.
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, if you want, once Miguel's done, if you can give me 2 minutes, I can share my screen and I can show you how it's done, and then you will get to know.
Okay. Miguel, continuing on the journal entry side. So we discussed intercompany. Intercompany will work as long as we populate the company ID. Bad accounts, well, either we can use the verify function that you just used, which is really cool, or it'll give us an error and then tell us the row that is wrong.
Correct.
If there's multiple, will it give you multiple rows, or it's just going to give you the first row?
It's just give you the first row, unfortunately.
Okay. Okay, so Tracy will probably utilize the verify function beforehand, before loading it up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now,
As long
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
no,
No,
as long as
Miguel.
the header is this, the header contains the name.
Yep.
So I have a question before we go further. So Miguel, if there are more than one GL accounts that are incorrect in that entire rows, and when you hit the verify, it's going to get you the first one that is incorrect. You fix that, then it's going to get you to the next one. Is that true?
The verify will I'm sorry. The verify will give you all the accounts that are incorrect.
Okay, it's all the accounts. Perfect.
The paste will only give you the first one.
Okay.
Isn't that what you asked Brandon, right? Whether
Yep.
it shows
No,
all incorrect or not?
Yep.
Okay.
That's exactly right. And really another issue, if it's an intercompany, is this going to know which company to look at to verify the account? Does that make sense, Miguel?
It does make sense. I know that that is there. I haven't tried in a while, but I'll make sure that you get it because it only makes sense. If this company is Kronos and I have that company ID, it will verify it, and this company will get verified in this database. Correct.
So do you have to highlight the whole thing in order to test that? In order to, when you hit verify, do you need to highlight those 5 rows?
So, right, you do, correct. This will be ignored, and these ones will be tested. Let me show you just one example.
Tracy, if this works, this is awesome.
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
So for example, if I have warehouse invalid, and I also have here something that it is incorrect, and this vendor also has something, I just select the range, I click verify, and it will highlight all the ones that are wrong. In this case, in inventory purchase receipts, the vendor ID gets changed to inventory adjustments, but you can see that this one's got highlighted because they were wrong.
Okay. Yeah, we're not going to use that. So but within the transactions, if Tracy has 10,000 rows and there's 5,000 accounts in one company and 5,000 in another, if she highlights it all and hits verify, it'll know where to look.
That is correct.
Sweet.
Yeah. Okay. Tracy, what else did we want to discuss? And Laura, if you have any issue or if you see anything from your side, because I know you're going to have a lot of JV entries as well. I think that this should work.
Yeah, I think so.
We know all the company IDs. So, and Laura, you don't run into, invalid accounts very much. Tracy, I think that's more you and more Vicky. So, okay. Okay. Yep. Sorry. Keep going. Yeah.
Okay. I forgot to mention that, of course, you can, sorry for the colors, but you can also create your template or use the one from here and add those accounts directly into the system. So if we wanted to add that account and I have all the fields for that template, and let me show you. Give me the accounts template. I can go and enter all the information. Here's the explanation of what it does, each column, and what do I need to put. Like in this case, I want to, it's a post and payroll, so it's a 1 for detail, 2 for summary. And here I can paste all my chart of accounts. This is good one because sometimes we just need to identify which accounts do I want to inactivate, and I'm able to go and select all the ones that I want to inactivate at the same time. So this is also the ability to do copy paste to the chart of accounts within the transaction.
Yeah, can you go into that a little bit, Miguel, as far as adding accounts? When we get a new clinic, we have about 200 accounts that we have to load, and we have it all set up in a spreadsheet. So I just really kind of want to walk through some of the steps on how to add.
Okay, let me see if I have here some. Here I have some accounts. Let's say that this is the one that you currently have. And I'm going to put here a 4. I'm going to put all of them 4. I'm not going to use all of them, but at least those ones. What you do is you select the range that you would like to paste. And then you can go, if you want to do it in GP, just go into cards, financial account, and paste. So it was telling you that the registered company had some accounts that will be updated. some of those accounts already exist, like this one. So when I press yes, I am updating, I'm not inserting it. When I finish updating and selling it, you inserted 7 new accounts and updated 1. So if I go into 000127004, I should have that account that I put it in here. And if I go to the next one, 04, I have even the user-defined fields that I put in the template. So let's say that I don't want those. I made a mistake. This is not west, but this is east. I can just go and select that. Always include the header, copy, and clear, and paste. It's telling me that it's going to update 3 accounts. So it's telling me that it did. So let's go and take a look at that. 000127104, and now I have east.
So with the posting type and the typical balance, those fields are blank on yours. How did it know what to populate there?
These are the defaults of eConnect.
Okay.
For that particular account. We use eConnect to upload, which is the method to insert data into the system. It's a good question, but in this case, the posting type was debit.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. I see the posting type. Okay, and then the typical balance it'll just default.
It will default.
Okay, okay. So, but if I want to have that as a debit or a credit, I can just put that. I just type those in.
Correct.
Okay.
And here, and you can also do you use unit accounts?
Yes.
Okay, so 1 is posting, 2 is unit, and you can also use those ones as well.
Okay, and then can you go to like the card for adding unit accounts? Is it the same process? Because we add unit accounts in a different place.
Correct. Cards. I use this same one all the time. I don't even know, it's not here. You just you will have to use this one. You will have to use this one, just indicate that it is a unit account.
Okay.
Yeah, unit account, 3 posting type, or unit allocation account, and only post to here, and it will know exactly what to do.
So it won't add a posting account if I tell it that it's going to be a unit account.
That is correct.
Okay.
And in the journal entry, it also accepts unit accounts.
Okay. So yeah, Tracy, Vicky, we need to test the unit account entries as well. Okay.
All right. And of course, you can always call me, and I'll be happy to participate in your first paste if you prefer. But it is very easy. You'll feel at home after the second template. You just feel at home.
Okay. Yeah, this was very helpful, Miguel.
Absolutely, I'm here for anything I can be of assistance. So pretty much general ledger. I guess the other things that I want to show you real quick, just so you know that it exists. In here, there's a T. If you right-click this T and you go to the control desk, there's one. It's not here. Is in called TGP Safe, and you can go and say open and open close fiscal periods, and then you just process, and then and it will tell you here that the who has opened and closed and when has closed it. I don't have it turned on for TGP, remember, but you will be able to see history of periods, opens and closes.
Okay, so now this is loaded on the servers. This is, I guess, for Miguel and Ankur. It's loaded on the servers, correct?
I am almost positive it is. Anchor, is it correct?
Yes, it is. I can show you guys as to how you guys can make it available for you. Unfortunately, Miguel, when the servers were redeployed, the add-in did not activate automatically. So I just got to show the users how to activate it. I can show you guys just a quick note here. I'm looking at your, if you can see the screen, this is your the accounting desktop.
Yeah.
Basically, if I go ahead and open Excel, like you guys do normally, you're going to see some openings here. You may not see TGP yet because, as you can see, there's nothing over here on the top. What you guys got to do is, this is individually, you guys got to go to File, you go to Options, and if you click on this add-ins, you're going to go down and you're going to look at the COM add-ins, and then you can hit the Go button. The reason I show that is because, as you can see, these are the inactive application add-ins, and then TGP Plus is one of the ones that did not activate automatically. So you just got to go ahead to the Manage COM add-ins, hit Go. You get this little box here. You can scroll down, and I can click on the TGP Plus and hit OK. And now TGP Plus is right there on my menu bar. When I click on it, what I think Miguel taught is you just double click the login, and this is where you're going to select the, I think you got to double click that, the GP server, and select 32-bit. This is one-time deal, I guess. You don't have to do it more than once. Select GP and type in your GP user ID and password, which I'm going to use what I have here.
Mhm.
And as soon as I do that, I can check the box, right, Miguel, that you can say, remember
can.
it.
Mhm.
So I can check the box if I need to, but I'm not going to do it here. And I'm just going to hit OK. And I'm going to select which company I want to go to. In this case, if I go to Test ATI, hit OK, and I get everything done here. So I can go to Smarter that he talked about, and I can look at stuff as needed.
Okay.
I haven't got GP open, but this is how everything would work.
Okay.
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 So now, does everybody know that, or do we need to have Anchor do it again and we capture?
File and go to Options. You get this Excel options window. Go to COM add-ins and hit the Go button. When you hit the COM add-ins and Go button, you get this box. Make sure TGP Plus is checked and hit OK. Now, after that, it should remember it. So if I close Excel, just to show you, and making sure that it works, if I just go back to Excel, when it loads again, now I should see TGP loading. I just saw that opening up. So you don't have to do it all the time. It's just one-time deal, and the add-ins will be there for you.
Okay.
Okay.
So also, when you just logged into that, you chose a specific company for this template. Is that going
Does
to
that matter?
be?
So
Yeah,
I picked, so basically this is, you back off your mind, think about it when you log into GP, which company do you log into, right? So in this the same scenario when I did the first time, I just picked that, maybe my password is wrong. I just picked which company I would like to log into, and then I picked test company, if that's your question, is that why do you have that
Yeah.
versus?
yeah. Well, my question is if you pick a certain company and then you try to hit the verify account button, is that only going to pick for that company, or will it incorporate our whole
I think it's only
stable
for
of
that
companies?
company. It's going to be for that specific company because you are trying to work against that company. Is that, Miguel, correct? That if I use whatever company
Correct.
it is, it's going to pull
Can
the
you
data and validate it against that company only.
and correct? You are only into that. Can you click OK? When you log in, you are only into that change. If you want to change company, you click the change company, and it allows you to change to another company. Same as
But
GP.
when we were testing and verifying those accounts, if we add in another company ID, is it going to look at other companies?
That's correct. For the verify, yes, but
Okay.
not for paste. For paste, you need to be in the company that you want to paste.
Okay. All right. So Tracy, it's just, I guess it matters where you're going to try to paste.
Okay, good. Yeah, I wouldn't choose Naperville here and then try to load in holdings,
Yeah, so you'd have to
if I
choose
understand that.
pro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
you'd have
I
to choose
think
pro.
But
the
I would be
question,
able to do intercompany to
Yeah,
Naperville, even
yeah.
loading it in holdings.
Yeah.
Okay.
and I think your question was, when you are validating the accounts against the intercompany accounts, it's going to, your question was whether it's only going to do for which company I logged into, or it's also going to check the
Yeah.
validation on the other
Yes.
company as an intercompany. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, and Miguel said it would look at them all as long as we had the company ID in there.
Yep.
Okay.
I will
Well-
be sending you some samples of journal entries with intercompany and chart of accounts, so you guys can have it, and a little manual instructions in case you need to recap on how to create the templates. Something
Yeah.
simple. I'll prepare something for you. I'll send
One
it
more-
to everybody in this meeting.
One more question, Miguel. When you had your file up within your accounts, you had 2 dashes. Do those need to be in there?
Interesting.
Before
We-
you go there, 1 second, Miguel, this is for the users. Every time they open Excel, if you can see the screen, do they have to double click that ODBC and
They
select?
don't. It needs to remember. But let me review that. I have noticed that this is a different environment. I never seen how you have set it up.
Yeah.
I will send you instructions on how to make it to remember.
Okay. All right, guys, the Brandon and the team, the reason is every time you open Excel, if you try to put in your user ID password, this is probably going to connect to 64-bit and it's going to fail. So you have to double click this GP server and it should come up this line here where you can select 32-bit because you must select 32-bit.
Okay. And if that's stored in the registry, we just need to figure it out if we have permissions to store, and but you and I can figure that out.
Sure. Okay.
Okay.
And how long do we have we have the test system for how long?
5:30, May 30th.
May 30th, okay.
Miguel, can you share your screen one more time?
Absolutely.
And can you go to that file where you were loading a journal entry, the Excel file?
Could it be, hold on, multiple documents?
Yeah, this one. So in the account, you have 000-2300-00. Do we need the dashes in there, or can it just be, because we have 3 segments just like this, but when we load accounts in the integration manager, we don't have the dashes. It's just one big long 11-digit number. So do we need the dashes in there, or is it going to know to split it up?
Can I answer that as soon as after I'm out of the meeting? I don't know. I never have got that question. I never tried it. But if you don't
Why don't
mind,
you try remove the dashes, Miguel, and hit verify?
yeah, exactly.
That'll be a true
Okay.
test.
Yeah, there you go. Let's go. And let's go to transaction, save, and paste. Oh, I did something wrong? Yeah.
Oh, the intercompany. Yeah.
The error message is telling me that there's an intercompany in there, so that they didn't exist there. So let's paste. And it told me that it pasted. So let's go figure it out. 3563.
Yep,
Let's,
it works.
Okay, so it just put the dashes in there. Okay, all right, good to know.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna do just one more time. Save and paste and 3464. And yeah, you don't need the dashes.
And then from here, we can just click reversing and GP will know to reverse it.
Correct. Same thing.
Okay.
So
So we don't
you're
have to
already in
load-
GP.
We don't have to load both sides. Okay.
Right.
Okay. ATI team, does this all make sense?
So did you have to indicate that it was reversing? Because you do have a reversing date in that entry you just pasted.
I think I did it that by the last time I did a mistake. I'm sorry, a demo. Let's figure it out one more time. I'm gonna go here.
Oh yeah, that's
Here.
interesting.
Okay, so I'm going to paste. And it did 3564. It did had must.
It did not make it a reversing entry, even though
Oh.
the reversing date is in there.
Okay,
Okay.
give me one quick second. Let me do one last thing. Save. Give me the template, all the fields. So I only have reversing that. So I did not have this column over here. I'm gonna add it at the end. Oops, sorry. Oh, I forgot to mention, you don't need to be on the where was it? Here. You don't need to put it in the order that you have. You can put it on any order you want. So in this case, I'm gonna put it right here. And then it says one is zeros, regular, and one is reversing. Okay, let's give it a try. And it pastes 3565. And now I have it reversing.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so now my question is, if does it default to standard if you don't have a 0 or 1 in that column?
Correct.
Probably.
Okay. Great.
Let's do it real quick. So I'm not going to include that column. I paste it. And it says 3565. And yeah, it defaults to standard.
Yeah, but if you capture that column and it's blank, what does it do?
Oh, you mean that if I delete that one? Yeah,
Yeah.
it will.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will also paste it as a standard.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah. It's
And
again
then
3565.
yeah, can you bring up that entry, Miguel? And then Miguel, if you hit that little down arrow near exchange rate, did all these distribution references come in? Yes.
Yeah.
We sure
Okay.
did.
All right. So Tracy, we know we got to add those two.
Yep.
And if you are on GP 2018, these two fields are also available, as you can see here.
Yeah.
In case you need them.
Yeah, we don't use those. Okay.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So my question here, just to clarify, is that this template that you're showing, Miguel, they can, ATI users can put in the information to whatever columns they like to bring in the data for. The others can remain blank and it will ignore it.
So let me answer with an example. I'm gonna go back here. Let's say that I don't care about the journal, and let's say nothing like here. And for whatever reason, I have the account number. I have it here. So I can go and select, and I paste, and it created journal entries 3566. So let's go to 69, 3566. And it knew what to do because it took control over the with the header.
Yeah,
and
but that's what my question is, that if we tell the users to use the template has, let's say, 15 different columns, they don't really need to modify a lot, but they can only fill in the blanks for those things that they need. And I believe your template already has an asterisk that says that these are the required fields for
That
you to
is
bring it in.
correct.
So they can
Correct.
ignore the other columns and then just maintain that to fill in whatever they need. Now, granted, Brandon and team, that you guys don't use user-defined field 1 and 2, you can theoretically remove those columns from your template
Yeah.
so that
Correct.
you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, okay.
And
So you
empty
can recreate your template based on what you really need to bring it in and keep it that way.
Yeah.
correct.
And then
Empty columns, empty rows are completely ignored.
as far as the journal entry number, that's blank. That'll populate on the GP side. It'll just give it the next one.
Correct. But you
Okay.
can also enter if you want to use a special, not a good recommendation, but it's better to leave it empty and let GP find out which one is the next one.
ATI side, do not touch that field. Just leave it. Okay. And is it possible for you to, email us these files so that we have them kind of for reference?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I'll remove all these ones, but yeah, absolutely. I'll do that as soon as I'm out of the call.
But they can also create the templates
Yeah.
on the fly out of GP, right, Miguel? So as they go into the GP window, they can click on paste and it will ask them to create a template and it will populate those headers in an Excel file and then they can save it.
The only problem is that those templates don't have sample data. So probably
Yeah.
it's good to have them also with sample data.
Okay.
But you're right.
And debits and credits, both positive. Don't need to put negative in the credit side. It's just they're both the positive numbers.
Minus 64.15. Let's go and take a look. It's always a good example. Additional paste. Created 3570. And even
Okay, so
move
it moved it. It moved it over. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right.
Any other questions from our side, ATI? All right, we're gonna go with
Probably
silence.
not
Is
until
good.
we start digging
Yeah.
into it, but this is great.
And
Thank you.
feel free, keep in mind, if you are in a week using it and you would like another session just so we can just verify that everything is going correctly, I'll feel free to schedule. Paul, if you're okay, we can you can put any meetings you need in order to make this successful implementation.
Yeah, we will keep that in mind. Perfect.
Yeah, let us test for a while. We'll dive into this for a week or so and let you know.
Beautiful. All right, I'm start working on the documentation and sample templates, and I send that to everybody in this meeting. And the recording, you should also receive an email with the recording link.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
everybody.
You have a great rest of your day. Thank you.
All
You
right,
too.
bye.